Alright, what is up everyone? I am finally back on the 1290. Appreciate everyone that tuned into the timber sled videos, but now it's back to the true two wheels. Out here today, it's about 37 degrees, but crazy windy. Headed up to the farm, help my dad with a few things around there. I figured I'd take you all along and then maybe ride around the farm a little bit. About halfway up there, it's about a 100-mile ride from home, so not too much longer. Get along for the ride. Alright, gonna stop here at the famous Slanesville General Store, get a little breakfast, and then a quick little ride to the farm. Alright, a quick stop at my favorite store. You literally can get everything in there, from a cheeseburger to a milkshake to fresh cut steak to a washer and dryer to a handgun. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Growing up, when I'd come to the farm as a kid, this little stretch here, these twisties, for whatever reason, I always was like, I just want to ride a street bike on this one day. And I have now been able to ride 3 bikes on it. The Suzuki GSX 650, my FJR, and now this is the maiden voyage for the 1290. Alright, stopped here for a picture. Now I gotta see where my dad is. If he's up there, I don't know if his truck's there. If he's down by the old white house, I don't see his truck. He's probably down by the house. Let's take a quick ride. What's cool about this adventure bike, I wasn't able to ride across the farm quite the same way. At least the field looks pretty dry. Just got this well put in. Some work before winter on that. It's going to be exciting for the springtime to have water up here. Leave the RVs and have plenty of water before we'd have to run into town and fill up the jugs. It's kind of a pain. Dad's been cleaning up. See all the cars. My grandfather, I guess many would call him a hoarder, call it a collection enthusiast, but he liked to collect pretty much everything. Trying to hook some electric up this building over here. Alright, so you're just finishing up some electric works. Bergugi came. There's a telephone pole we hung with on my lawnmower. So this White House is where I came when I was like 4. Well, really from the time I was born. Hung out plenty here. This is like some of my PW50 tracks used to go through this area. Done working, I'm gonna ride around the farm here a little bit. A little story time maybe. Yeah, it's a lot of great memories just riding bicycles around here, coming down here with my grandfather on the weekends. Stayed in that house. It got like one channel. I just always remember watching Fox. It was Cops on Saturday night, and then America's Most Wanted. Working on trying to clean this up and get a lot of the cars out of here. The original house was over there where that little tree cluster is. That was before my time. Then they moved into that White House. And then my grandfather moved down the road a little ways in another house. Getting these farm fields cleaned up. They look nice. The sticker bushes have really taken over here. I really can't wait for the weather to turn. Want to get up here, bring the RV. The boys love it up here. Pretty cool carrying on the tradition where I came as a kid and had so many memories. Carried on with them. I guess it's about 15 years ago we started having some races here. This is always kind of where my dad came to ride and train on dirt bikes. We obviously grew up here riding. So then we started with, I believe, Maryland Comp. Started holding some races here. Prior to that, we had the R&T Club. They always came and brought some people up here and rode and laid out the trails with my dad. And then they always help kind of upkeep them. Got about a 12-mile loop. Obviously not for this thing. A lot more single track. Cutting across the grass track section here. We held a full gas sprint race too. That was an ISD qualifier here. Some people might remember that. That was really cool. Just seeing some of the top pros out here riding. Alright, let's head to the top of the mountain. Oh, you gotta watch for crooked logs in here, especially with a heavy bike. Yeah, I want to try and scope out some stuff. I think I can really lay out a cool adventure loop, cleaning up some of these fire roads, then adding in some of the wider trail. It'd be pretty cool when I have this bike. Alright, so here we're at the top of the knob. Trees have really grown up. You don't have quite the same view. There are some ruts in this. They'll take a little easy. This is actually where one of the barns were that we took down, and now it's actually my kitchen table and a lot of different pieces of furniture my dad's made out of it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so the farm's been in the family since the 60s. It was something that my great-grandfather bought to just kind of escape DC, get out of the city and come up here, and then eventually retire up here. My grandfather did the same thing, and now my parents are looking to build a house and retire up here, which I'm really looking forward to, because I just love coming up here, love the memories that it builds for my kids, and teaching them some hard work around the farm is always a positive. But really I've met all my friends really through the farm and through dirt bikes. Someone would bring a friend of a friend, and then it's just really grown. I mean, my closest friends, I met Andrew through the R&T Club when he came up here and was riding. Met Dave through him. The first time I actually met Mario was also here. So really hoping that's what my kids get out of this sport, is just the great people that you meet out of it. So I think my goal for the venture ride would be kind of cut all this in, cut in a loop through these trees, drop down on this backside of this mountain a little bit, and then circle back around to the far end of the property. A lot of potential for a little adventure loop. See these blue arrows? That's our hair scramble loop, the 12-mile loop that I was talking about. We'll run that during our annual September charity ride presented by the R&T Motorcycle Club. Like I said, definitely going slower than usual. Just can't see what's in these leaves, and this bike is a little harder to recorrect than if you hit something with a dirt bike. Yeah, I think that's my favorite thing about the farm, is just all the people that I've seen, all the people that I've met throughout the years, all the people that enjoy two wheels and camping out. That to me is just like the coolest feeling, is watching people come together. That to me is just what the farm is about, bringing people together. All the common passion around two wheels. Alright, I'm going to ride up here. My dad was checking out his camper. And then I'll hit the road, get back. Tonight is Daytona Supercross. looking forward to watching that, and happy that I was able to get out on a couple-hour ride. I think there's a possibility of even going riding tomorrow too, and then next week is finally calling for some nice weather. Oh, Bessie. Alright, so just a brief little tour around part of the farm. Just rode down here to help my dad a little bit. Big shout out to Spurgoogie, who you all might notice the name from the timber sled videos. He came down and helped with some of the electrical, so big shout out to him and thank you. Alright, well, I'm gonna work my way back home, but good to be back on the bike. I appreciate everyone that tuned in to this video. Please think about hitting that subscribe button. There are going to be a lot of fun stuff coming up in 2021, and I cannot wait for this warm weather that is right around the corner, the longer days. Alright, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll catch you all next time.